Hi. So it's time for an update on various individuals. I'm just going to see who's in the, if there's anybody in the chats yet. So, Kim and Kanye. Kim and Kanye. What's going on with these two? It's like making me breathe heavily thinking of them. Supposedly he doesn't want to speak to her, and he only wants her to talk through his people, allegedly, and he's very upset with her. It's kind of what I said. If anybody leaves anybody, I said this years ago on my older videos, it's going to be him leaving her. He's going to leave her. So, I mean, she's going to leave. I totally screwed that up. She's going to leave him. And that's what happened. How are they doing? How's Kanye doing? He's putting on a brave face. He's like, I'm going to go forward. Who needs this bitch? Pardon my language, but that's what I'm picking up. She feels like she was the Queen of Swords in this. And she's like, I just care about my kids and co-parenting and making a new direction for myself. I have walked away. I'm done with this for good. She's got many choices on what direction she wants her career to go in. Maybe two choices that she's debating about. She had many choices before, and she's been debating about two in particular. So let's just look into that more. What's she thinking about as far as her career choices go? Okay, so she is heartbroken. She is hurt by this. But she's thinking about what more she can create, what more beauty she can create. Also, this could talk about more perfume or beauty lines. You see how she's making some kind of potion here, and Kim does have those. Maybe she's going to make more beauty lines, get more into makeup like her sister Kylie. She's been trying to spend time to herself, and she's just been really thinking. She's getting over the loss. And again, talks about juggling. This could also be her juggling, you know, now being a single mom. Not that that's like going to be that hard because she's got all this staff. She's got millions of dollars to help her. Not like the single moms out there doing it by themselves, but still, she's getting used to that on her level of what she's used to, that she has a different standard of living. And she's like, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this. And maybe she's considering finding love again. Maybe there's somebody, of course, there's people who would offer. She's like the, I don't know, what would you call her? She's not really the Marilyn Monroe of this time. She doesn't have that tragic ending, which is good. I mean, Marilyn Monroe's life was very sad. I don't think most people should want to emulate the poor thing. I feel like Britney Spears has more of that energy, and also her face looks like Marilyn. If I were to say she's like anybody, Jennifer Lopez is more like Elizabeth Taylor, but I think Kim tries to emulate her, like tries to model. I'm not saying she's just like her. It's like she looks at her as somebody she wants to emulate. You know, of course, Elizabeth Taylor didn't have sex tapes or anything like that, but she emulates her with all the husbands and all of that and the luxury lifestyle and the image. So she is already thinking about love. She is already thinking about love, but she's still in pain as well. But she wants to have this, put the, I can't talk today. I think it's I'm tired. I can't talk. I'm like stuttering because I'm tired. This is a new thing because I've been staying up on that chat line. I need to sleep more regular hours. But anyway, she's been trying to pull her shit together, and she's like, I can do this. You know, the masculine energy, I'm strong. I have such a fulfilling life, but I felt so trapped in this marriage, and now I can finally celebrate. She really wanted to make it work because she didn't, one thing about Elizabeth Taylor, she didn't want to, and that's her idol. She said it before, that she didn't want to imitate about Elizabeth is that she didn't want to have all those marriages. I don't think she necessarily wanted to get married so many times or wants to continue because she's going to keep getting married. But it is what it is. Now she's trying to charge forward, and it does involve love. There's going to be somebody that comes out, or she gets found out with somebody more quickly than we'd expect. Found out that she has a new love interest. Maybe there's somebody who's been talking to her. I'm sure there's a lot of guys who would want to be with her. But she's really trying to just focus on career, but I see this love in the background. Like there's somebody maybe who's trying to give her an offer, who wants to give her an offer. She's very much in her feelings, but she's trying not to show that to the world, how emotional she's been about it. She felt like she carried the burden of the marriage for a very long time. Hi, April. Yeah, so she's ready for this change. She feels like she's moving to calmer waters. How is Kanye feeling right now? Because there was reports that he had his staff talk to her and he wouldn't speak to her personally. How is Kanye feeling? He is doing work. Maybe he's working on a new album. He feels very betrayed and backstabbed, and he's like, okay, fine, I'm going to turn my back on this and I'll go on my own new beginning. We have people with two people with narcissistic tendencies here. Let's just be real. Both of them have very narcissistic tendencies. Does it mean they're full-blown narcissists? No, I'm not saying that. But do they have narcissistic tendencies? Absolutely. And what are both of them doing? They're both kind of like, well, I can go my own way. Well, I can do better anyway, you know? That's what somebody who's narcissistic tendency would do anyway. It's not surprising. It's like, yeah, it hurts. It sucks. I think she's actually more outwardly hurt. He's hurt, but he's not going to show it as much to people around him. That's also a guy thing too. He feels very frustrated. He still respects her as the mother of his children, even if he doesn't tell people that, but he's focused on his money regarding his family and taking care of his kids, but also money in general and fame in general. He wants to make a comeback with a new album. Not that he ever needed a comeback. That's the wrong word, but he wants to, metamorphosis is the word I'm thinking of. He wants to make a change in his image, and his next album, he wants it like, you know how Kanye talks. He was friends with Trump for a reason. Look at the way the two of them talk, and it's actually very similar. They're always blowing themselves up like they're the best person, like talking about themselves in the third person. If you look at the two of them, it's not surprising to me how they were friends. They're both Geminis too. Like, I'm the greatest, I'm this, I'm that. Kanye West, you know how he talks. So he's blowing himself up to all the people around him, like this album's going to be the greatest ever. You know, he's compared himself, I think he's allegedly compared himself to Jesus. I mean, this is the kind of guy he is. Narcissistic tendencies, self-centered tendencies, whatever you want to call it, like Kim. Comes out more in an overt way. Kim's is a little more covert, but he's working on music. He's working on, you know, I can't have my wife anymore. I'm going to make the best album ever. Everybody better watch, you know. He's ready for a new cycle. He's ready to fill all his cups, 9 of Cups, and he's ready for a rebirth. So both of them are really looking towards the future. Neither one is really lingering in the past, even though Kanye was very pissed at first that she left. He is in his feelings about it, but nobody's really seeing that. And he is ready for that, you know, return of the king of the music industry. That's what he's thinking, you know. Yeah, that's right. Yeezus is his alter ego. That's right, April. I know. I find him entertaining. I mean, a lot of people in the industry have narcissistic tendencies. This is nothing new. That's why I said, when I say Meghan has that, she's one of many. And you know what? I think Harry probably does too. Now he's in the industry since he left the family. He really is in the entertainment industry now because he's with her and they're out in, you know, LA. But Kanye and Kim, how are they doing? The two of them together, their energy. Well, they still love each other. King of Cups. They still look at the time they spent together as a positive thing because they had kids. They had 4 kids, I believe. Yeah, they have 2 boys, 2 girls. They're getting over the loss and they're they're trying to figure out how to handle money. I'm not sure who is worth more, Kim or Kanye, but they both have a lot of money. They're both very successful people and they both have self-centered narcissistic tendency. So they're both very much thinking about keeping their own money, keeping their money as much as they can. They do both want to take responsibility for their children. That's a good thing. Focused on the children. Again, she's pregnant here. And when you're talking about anybody who has children, a lot of times this does literally mean children. It also could mean Kim has a desire to have one more. I'm not sure if she's going to adopt children or she's going to have one child with somebody else down the road. But I see that this might be a possibility that she's going to have one more. Her mom had a lot of kids. you know, so this is not unusual for this family to want more children. You know, they have the resources to provide for them, and they're taking responsibility for providing for them. So it's really up to her, but I think that she may have one more. This also can talk about growth in the new beginning. Both of them are looking forward to growing their careers, growing their image, and all the attention being on them because they're not together anymore. Charging. This is a very ambitious card. They're both very ambitious people. They're focused on work and money. Money. This is very money heavy, having to do with their family, money, surrounding everything, making a change, signing contracts. So both of them are going to make like, not a comeback, because it's not like they were ever gone. They're going to reinvent themselves. Both of them, especially Kanye, are going to go through reinvention. So it's like I feel like there's going to be something unexpected from Kanye. And Kim, it's going to be kind of the same, but she's going to put more of her energy into something else because they're not going to do Keeping Up with the Kardashians anymore. This is the last season. So that's what I see. So let's see, let's go to pick a card. And I'm just going to look at the comments for a little bit. I wonder if she will ever be in a stable relationship. Nicole says that. I wonder too. Let's just ask. Will Kim ever... Okay. Will Kim ever be in a stable relationship? That's what came out. Will Kim ever be in a stable relationship? Okay. Let's just see. All right. So her love life has been something that's given her a lot of frustration. We all know this. In that way, she is very similar to Elizabeth Taylor. She's always got a lot of men around her. She could have pretty much most men that she'd want, but she doesn't seem to be lucky in love. That's the theme with Elizabeth Taylor, too. They're both dark-haired. If you were to compare physically the two of them and just on the surface level, she is the most like Elizabeth Taylor, actually. But Jennifer Lopez, I think, when April made that comment, like she's the modern-day Elizabeth Taylor, actually probably personifies her a bit more. But Kim definitely models her life after her to whatever degree she can. She's even said it. I feel like she will eventually find somebody more stable. King of Pentacles talks about somebody stable. Who's going to really want to plan ahead with her, who's not going to be as spontaneous as Kanye. He is a Gemini. They tend to be like that, like Sagittarius in that sense, or Aries. This person may be an earth sign, or they're just going to have that energy. They may have it a lot in their chart, but their sun sign something different. They're going to really focus on the details. Maybe they're a Virgo. Just kidding. And they could be a Taurus or a Capricorn, or they could be even something like a Scorpio. Scorpios are like that as well. They don't focus as much on the detail, but they're very like, this is the way it is. They're not going to waver as much once they make a decision. I feel like she's going to be very cautious next time around. And I feel like she's going to have a choice between, well, we all know she's probably going to have a choice between two guys, at least two guys. Her love life has caused her a lot of frustration, so I think she is going to be very cautious. That's why this came out as the first card. It flew out before I even asked the question. This is somebody who's paying very close attention to detail. This is the card, 8 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles represents Virgo. 9 of Pentacles is the harvest you get. And this is the work and the detailed attention you put in before the harvest. It symbolizes the energy of that sign. So just like 8 of Wands represents Leo, right? Because it's fire. This is Pentacles. It's earth. So I feel like, yes, and it could be a high chance she'll be with an earth sign or somebody with that quality and behavior in their chart. But yeah, she's going to hesitate before she gets serious with anybody ever again. And I think that she will find something lasting eventually. And somebody more stable and people might call boring. Her family actually might make fun of her for that. Like, you don't date boring people like this, or this person's so boring, or like, why are you with that person? Hi, Weebird. So let's go to pick a card. Your love life. So whether you're single or attached, your love life. And I want to make a note too. If you don't resonate with my pick of cards, that's okay. If you don't resonate with any of the numbers, it means you're just not resonating with my energy. You can watch the celebrity things for entertainment or my astrology videos. But if you don't resonate with the numbers, it means that another reader, probably their energy is resonating with you. Like for instance, I used to resonate all the time with Elisa Jane Tarot. I don't know if you guys know who she is. Elisa Jane is really good, but now I don't resonate with her anymore. And it's not anything against her skills. It's just I don't resonate anymore. That has nothing to do with her. That's just my energy isn't going with her anymore. But did I find her to be a great reader at the time when I needed her? Yes. Your energy can shift and change. So sometimes you may not resonate with me. And then you may resonate with somebody else. Like, I don't know. You may resonate with Rainbow Harmony or something. That's another tarot reader. You may resonate with her, who does pick a card, or Elizabeth Harper or somebody, but you don't resonate with me. It's not anything against my skill or you not liking me. It's just you don't resonate with the energy at the time. Okay, so pick a card, message 1, 2, or 3. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, or pick a pile, pick a message. Love life. Okay. So the world, you may be traveling soon or meeting somebody from far away. Celebrations, you may meet them at a celebration of some kind. They're going to come rushing into your life, or they are somebody you're with that you're having a good time with that rushed into your life unexpectedly. And they may be somebody from far away, from a different culture, race, ethnicity, whatever. You feel this passion around them, very passionate, or you will. Either you're feeling this now or you will. And it's like the whole world stopped when you met them. Everything seemed like it was like, oh my God, it's very passionate connection. You feel like this person really pays attention to things you do, and they really think about you a lot, right? Or they've shared that to you, and you feel very like, you know, that they're very attracted to you, and you feel this very like sparked connection, right? So it's like probably like twin flame energy. It doesn't have to be. I don't want people to get too caught up in those labels, twin flame, because I think it's an excuse for people to stay in abusive relationships, because twin flame relationships can be very difficult, often very up and down. And they say, oh, but it's my twin flame. Don't get too caught on those words and what they mean. But I use twin flame as a way to describe a connection that is unlike any other in physical attraction and the psychic connection, but it tends to be rocky, right? So I don't feel like this is necessarily a terrible connection, but I feel like something about it may be very up and down. And you feel like this person is really paying attention to you and thinking about you a lot, maybe too much, or they will. And you feel a little torn between liking the attention, but feeling smothered by it. And you do care about this person, but sometimes you feel like you're drowning with them and you're trapped. So it's up to you to talk to this person and say, hey, listen, this is going a little bit too fast for me, or this is a little too much, or you will have to say that in the future, or to just go with the flow with it. And it's up to you what you want. Do you want that kind of connection, or are you more cautious? Do you want to just throw your whole self in, or are you having an inner turmoil with that? Are you feeling like very flattered by this attention, but at the same time torn because you're like, how long is that going to last? Or you want to just go forward and just go with it, rip the Band-Aid off and just do it. It's up to you how you want to respond to this. But this person either is very passionate about you and they came out of nowhere and it was all at once, oh my God, or this person is, you're going to meet them and it's going to be that energy where they're very passionate about you and you're like, oh my gosh, they come out of nowhere, and it's going to turn into that. So it's either like that now or it's going to turn into that. And you have to decide whether or not you want this, whether or not you want this connection, whether or not you want to keep going forward with them and just be impulsive, or you want to slow them down, or you want to end the connection. It's up to you. But I don't see this as like one of those slow friendship over time turns into love thing. This is like, wow, they just came in and oh my God, like in the movies, you know, like with the movie, everybody they're supposed to want. And that's fine if you do want that, but that doesn't mean everybody has to want that. Okay, so message 2. You feel very fulfilled with something, with your man or your woman. This person is very emotional, and you feel fulfilled by their emotional openness. They want to have a future with you, or they will. They want to just come in and say, let's figure this out. Let's make this real. I have a lot of high hopes for us. And maybe this is something you've waited for a long time, waited for by yourself a long time. So you're going to meet this person who, yes, again, rushes in, but it's not as impulsive as number one. It's more like, I have these high hopes for us. I see a family, whether it's children or fur babies or just the two of you. I see us committed, whether it's cohabiting or actually making it legal, whatever you see that as, right? And I see that you as somebody I could be fulfilled with, and I want to fulfill you. And this person's very open emotionally, whether they're man or woman. And they see you as this Queen of Wands. They really respect you, and they want to build an empire with you. Either that or they are. And the way you're reacting to this is you also love them too. But you've been thinking about it like, is this too good to be true? You want to slow them down. And I feel like they're willing to slow down. They're willing to shift to the King of Pentacles. King of Cups and King of Pentacles is not really like the King of Wands or the King of Swords. King of Swords very much in his thoughts. King of Wands very much in his passion. Let's go. These two kings, the King of Pentacles and King of Cups, are going to be willing to slow it down if you want to, or Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles can be either gender. They'll be willing to hear you out if you want to slow it down and just see. But they see a future with you, or they will. They definitely see this with you. Again, Lord, stability, more stable energy. So I think this will be a possible, like what I was talking about in number one as an example of the contrast to number one. I feel like this person is or will be more of like a friendship leading to soulmate type of connection. And you felt left out in the cold by others for so long. You're worried, is this too good to be true, right? That's wondering if there's something you're not seeing over here and you're looking at illusions. Much like Narcissus looked at his reflection in the water and didn't see reality for what it was because he was so in love with himself. You're not necessarily in love with yourself, but it's the same thing of feeling worried that you're seeing illusions, except you're more aware of this than Narcissus was. So it's like you're looking there and you're like, is this too good to be true? I mean, I don't know if I should trust this person. Well, the way to release yourself from that trap and come out of this on the other end is to just use caution. Ask them to take it slow. And if they don't want to take it slow, they're not the right one for you. If they do, then great. Then you can find out. So let's go to number 3. Love. Number 3, love. Number 3, you're very frustrated with your love life right now. You're very worried. You feel like you've put a lot of work into yourself, into this relationship. If you're attached, you put a lot of work in the relationship. If you're alone, put a lot of work into past relationships and into yourself. You're suffering from the loss of some things in the past. You're still carrying around baggage. And you feel like you have a lot to give, though, and others should give to you. You're looking for this deep soul-centered connection, but you feel very heartbroken and disappointed from things in the past. It's affecting your present, or it will affect your present. You've got to let that all fall away. Now, it won't ever all disappear. All of our past experiences culminated together in addition to our present experiences. To deny that is to deny reality. And I don't ask people to do that. That's why a law of attraction is helpful, but it's not everything. We can't just sit there and say, life is good, life is good, life is good, and the world will be peaceful. If everybody did that, then that would be the case. But collectively, the world is not doing that. So we can't deny reality, in other words. But at the same time, you can hope for a better future. You can accept love when it's presented to you, either in the relationship you're in or in the one in the future, and accept that good things can happen and you are deserving of good things. So I want you to figure out, I want you to write one list of what you're deserving of what you feel like you're deserving of, and one list of what you appreciate about yourself. 2 different things. And I feel like that's going to help love to flow to you more and for you to accept love more, because I feel like you're pushing it away either in your current relationship or you will in the future. And that's holding you back from your Lord or your Empress. They're the same in different genders. Holding you back from that right person, that stable person from you. And that devil energy, Cernunnos energy, is creeping in, like those worries, those fears you have late at night. So you just have to have the strength to proceed forward, yes, with caution and boundaries, but at the same time, there's stuff that you have to let go of, stuff from the past that shouldn't be affecting everything in the present. And it is possible for you to get what you want. It is possible for you to accept and receive and give love. And that comes from not living in delusion and looking at everything at rose-colored glasses, but also appreciating what's good about you and also what you're deserving of, because the more you can build up yourself and how you appreciate yourself, the more you can appreciate another person. Okay? And if you need to, use some hermit energy and soul searching. It's okay to be uncertain. And that's it. Okay. So let's go to Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, what's going on with them? Quick check-in. If you want to see extended royal readings, they're going to be on Patreon. I'm going to start a new feature on there where I do, okay, so generally the royal readings on the Royals tier are $2 a month, and you get 2 to 4 readings a month for that price. I'm only charging $2. It's not that much, right? If you want to join the other Royals tier, I am going to be doing 2 a week, meaning I'm going to make a new tier on there. Meaning it's going to be $6.50, the new tier, and you're going to get 8 to 10 videos of Royals a month extended, meaning they're going to at least be 10 to 15 minutes long, and they're going to be more extended information. It's not going to be just like a quick reading. So I'm going to be doing 8 to 10 videos a month of Royals, where you will get all 8 to 10 videos. When you do the regular Royals tier, you will get 2 to 4 videos. That's how many I generally do right now on Patreon. Just to let you know, I decided to do that because I have a lot more people wanting to see more royal videos. And I don't necessarily want to turn this whole YouTube channel into a royal channel. I've been doing them a lot more frequently just because people have been asking for it. But they don't necessarily take up the whole video. However, some of them have been 25 minutes long because I just got back into it. But generally, they're not going to be as long. I want to focus more on pick a card, probably some spiritual psychology videos, and other celebrities and things like that that people are interested in. Okay, so let's just go to Harry and Meghan, update on their feelings. How are they doing? How do they feel since they had a backlash from Great Britain towards them? They feel backstabbed. So they feel backstabbed. They feel like they're juggling 2 things. They still love each other very much. They feel like love will hold us together. They feel uncertain as to where they are going. Harry especially feels very uncertain. The hermit, they're trying to take care of their children because she is pregnant with the second one. And they're looking towards their positive new change. And they're looking towards celebrating the birth of their daughter. So they're really trying to focus back on family again, and also money and their new foundations that they're creating and how to save money, etc. Meghan's very focused on those 2 things because she's right underneath these 2 cards. Okay, that's Meghan. Fire sign. And then we have Harry also sandwiching those 2 things. Money. Harry, King of Pentacles, Queen of or Princess of Wands. They're trying to use caution when it comes to spending their money. So they're used to a certain lifestyle. And they're looking to go on a new beginning where they really show people we're going to put the work in, watch what we're going to do with this foundation. But they're worried at the same time and frustrated after the interview. They feel left out in the cold. They feel like, woe is me, but we still have each other. And regarding the Queen, they're looking to go towards her, to communicate with her, and to make a better show of themselves in the world. Also, there may be some communication with Kate. I know there was communication with William, allegedly. But they're looking to persevere towards hope and manifesting a new beginning for themselves, despite feeling very trapped and surrounded by the media and the backlash, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think that they overblew how much support they thought they would get. They were living, again, not seeing the forest through the trees, living in illusions. Like I said with this card earlier, it's like not noticing this possibility over here and just looking at that. They weren't seeing the full picture of how people would react. So that's what I have. I'm all talked out. My voice is getting a little sore right now, so I'm going to stop. Thank you so much for watching. And I appreciate all of you. Go to my website if you'd like any readings. Bye.